If you want to know how to achieve salon quality nails at home super quick and easy, watch this video. Hello everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you guys can tell by the title, today I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my nails. So basically I have been doing my own nails at home for a year and a half, and I feel like I have, pretty much found like my favorite products and a good routine. So I want to show you guys what I do in case you guys are wondering and if you guys want to do this at home too. So we are going to be getting started with prep first. It does not matter what products you use. You could use the best Gelix glue, the best nail tips, the best whatever. It does not matter if your prep is not good, because prep is what decides how your nails are going to look and how long they're going to last. So this is the most important step. So you need to follow this routine very closely. So the first thing that I'm going to be doing is pushing back my cuticles. So honestly, you can use anything for this. I just have this little cuticle pusher backer, which I'm pretty sure is from Dollar Tree. And basically, you're just going to push back the cuticles. And whenever you push them back, you don't want to only push them back. You want to focus on pushing them up as well. So basically, this just helps you to see all the dead skin so that then you can either cut it off or file it off. Because whenever you have dead skin, that is really going to affect whether or not the nail stays on. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with my e-file now. So technically you could get away without having one of these, but this helps in so many ways than just like a regular file. And this is really good for cuticle work. So this is the Melody Susie e-file, which I got on Amazon. It is super easy to use and super affordable. I really like it. And then I just have all of the Melody Susie drill bits in here. These did not come together. I bought them separately, but if you're going to get the drill, this drill does come with some drill bits, but I highly recommend to get these as well, because this one only comes with like basic drill bits, and this one comes with, it has pretty much everything that you'll need for cuticle work, prep, filing, I mean really everything that you're gonna need in there. This is something I do not do every time that I do my nails, but every once in a while my little cuticle nipper just like it gets dull kind of, and it just doesn't feel like it's working as good. So I'm gonna go in with my e-file. I have this little bit on there. I'll put the names of the bits on there. I'm pretty sure this is the standing band, I'm pretty sure. And basically if you need to sharpen your cuticle nippers, you can just file it very lightly right here and it will sharpen them. Okay, now that I did that, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my cuticles. So this is again a very important step, like I said, because if you have dead skin on your nails, not only is it gonna affect the way that your nails look, but it's also gonna affect how long they last. So basically, I'm just gonna go in and see if there's any dead skin that needs to be cut. I actually don't get that much like dead skin or that much like cuticle that needs to be cut. So this is like a pretty quick and easy step for me, but this is like a little thing that makes a big difference. Once you have nipped the cuticle, this step is optional if you feel like you need to. I'm not going to be doing this. I do this sometimes, but like I said, I just don't really get that much like dead skin around the cuticle. So today I don't feel like I need to do this, but sometimes if you feel like you need to do this, I recommend to go in with a drill bit like this, a super small and pointy one, and basically just kind of go around the cuticle to kind of clean it up if you have any dead skin. But like I said, you don't have to do this, only if you feel like you have a lot of dead skin and you feel like you need to. We are going to go ahead and size our nail tips. So if you're a beginner, I highly recommend to use pre-filed nail tips. That is what I have been doing ever since I started doing my own nails. Just because for me, like I'm not good at filing the nails, like whenever I would try, like one would be longer than the other, and I'm just not very good at it. So I recommend to get pre-filed nail tips. So I have a bunch of favorite brands, but my favorites are Modelones and Unigella. So I'm going to be using Unigella today. They're super affordable, they work really good, and they're pre-filed. So that is also a big time saver, because then you don't have to cut them, you don't have to file them, they're just ready to go. So I'm going to be using these Unigella ones. I will put the name of them on the screen in case you guys are wondering, but they're basically just like these like short square ones. You guys will be able to see better whenever I get done, but they're just like these short square ones. I've only used these for 2 other sets, I think. I've been doing a lot of almond recently, so I haven't used these in a while, but basically we are just going to go ahead and size our nail tips so that this step is out of the way and to just know what nail tip is going to go on what finger. Now that the nail tips are all sized, we're going to go ahead and prep the nail tips. So basically on your nail tips, you can see that they are shiny, and if there's any shine, that means that it will lift. So basically you want to go in with the same drill bit like we talked about earlier, the sanding band, and you're basically just going to put it on the lowest setting and just lightly file it until there is no shine anymore, because this is going to create a grip onto your nail so that then it will grip on better. So some nail tips already have this like some nail tips they're called pre-etched, where they're already filed like that, but these do not have that. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that really quickly, and that is like a little thing that will really help the nails stay on. How your nail tip should look whenever it is done being filed. As you can see where I filed it and how it is not shiny. Only right here. You can leave this part shiny, you just don't want it to be shiny where your nail is going to be. So this will ensure that the nail has something to grip onto and it stays on. So now we're going to be prepping our natural nail. So again, this step is very important, so you want to follow very closely. So I'm going to be going in with my sanding band again, and basically you're going to put this at the lowest setting that it goes, and you want to be pretty careful with this because you don't want to file your nail too much. But basically you're just going to go over it like this and just get all the shine off. You can use like a regular file like this. I know like some people are kind of scared to use this on a regular nail. You can use a regular file like this. I like to use one like this better because I feel like I can get up in there better, like in the nooks and crannies and like stuff, and it's quicker. But it doesn't really matter as long as all the shine is taken off. Okay, this is how your nails should look whenever you are done filing them. Oh, I forgot to do this one, but yeah, you don't want much or any shine on there because whenever you file them, that gives the nail tip something to grip onto, and then therefore they will stick on better. So it's kind of good that I didn't file this one because I can give a good example. So this one is not filed and this one is filed. You see the difference? You want it to look all crusty. That's what you want. So for this next clip, it was accidentally sped up like I just said, but basically what I was talking about, in case you won't be able to understand, is I was talking about how usually whenever I do my Gel X, I use the Gaoi Gel X nail glue because I really like that one. But in today's nail tutorial video, whenever I did my nails today, I just decided to use regular super glue and basically do like a press on, just because I kind of wanted to give my nails a break from, you know, the Gel X and everything. So that is what I'm doing today instead of regular Gel X. And then I also talked about how I prep my nails and what I do to prep my nails. So you want to use a primer and a dehydrator. So basically for your dehydrator, you're going to be using either a rubbing alcohol or an acetone. And for your primer, I've not really tried many primers. The only ones that I've tried are the Young Nails, and in this video I was trying the Gaoi one, so those are the two that I can kind of recommend. Also, what you're going to want to do after you put on your prep products, you're going to want to make sure that you let it dry for a couple seconds, and you want to put the prep products onto the fake nail and your natural nail. Okay, now we're going to go into application. So application is going to be different if you're doing Gel X. Like I said, today I'm not going to be doing Gel X just because I want to give my nails a little break. So if you guys want to see the Gel X application, I'm pretty sure I have a video on that, or I can make a new video on that. It's pretty simple. But yeah, so basically I'm going to be going in with my super glue, and you want to put a little layer on your actual nails. So just a very small, light layer on there. And my best tip is start with a little bit of glue because you can always add more, but it's kind of hard to take away if you put too much, you know what I mean? And you don't want to have the glue everywhere, so start with a little bit. So you're going to have it on your natural nail. You're going to take your fake nail and just put a little layer as well, just covering all over the nail. And then you're just going to very carefully put it on, make sure it's, you know, even and everything. And whenever you put it on, you want to kind of push it under the cuticle a little bit, because whenever it's under the cuticle, it will look more natural and it will just look better overall. So, and you're just gonna push it down and hold it down for about a minute. That's, you know, usually what I do, 1 to 2 minutes. Yeah, that's how I apply my nail tips. It's pretty simple. Once you know, do it a couple times, get the hang of it, you'll kind of, you know, figure out what to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply all the tips, and we'll come back whenever it's time to do the polish, which is my favorite step. The nails are now on, so I'm super happy that I'm done with that step because that just takes forever. So we're gonna go ahead and figure out what we're gonna do for my nails. I know that I'm not gonna do a design because I kind of just want to keep it simple. So these are some of my favorite polishes ever. I want to show you guys. These are the Beetles ones. Let me see what they're called. These are the Beetles 6 color gel nail polish set, and they're basically just like pinks and nudes that are like jelly, and I really like these. They're really good if you want to do like a French tip, like you want a good French tip base, or if you just want like a natural nail like I'm wanting today. So we are gonna pick one of these. Some of these are more pinky and some of these are more nude, so I kind of just want to look through these and like see what I'm in the mood to do. I kind of want one that's like more pinky, but I don't really know. Okay, I'm gonna be going in with this one. This one is C390. I have used this one once or twice, I think, and I really like it. It's just like a pinky color. Let me show you guys. It's just like this, like a pretty pinky color. So I'm going to be using this one today. And for my light, your light matters. Your UV light that you use matters. This is the one that I use. It does not matter which one you use, but what matters is the amount of watts that it is and how strong it is to make sure that it can fully cure your gel polish or your whatever. So I don't exactly remember what the number is, but there's like a certain number that you want it to be. I'll put on the screen what that is. But yeah, there's like a certain number that you want it to be. So this is the one that I use. It is just from Amazon, and you want to make sure that you fully cure your polish for 60 seconds and you do not get it on your skin. Now, another little tip that I have, if you struggle around the cuticle area to not get polish all over your skin, I recommend to have the littlest amount of polish on your brush as possible whenever you get close to the cuticle, and then whenever you get like down here you can add more, but just have it the tiniest bit possible, because you don't want to have too much, because then you risk flooding the cuticle. This is how the nails look. They're all done. I think they look super, super good. So I did 2 coats of that polish like I told you guys I was going to do. And then I used the Gaoi top coat. I absolutely love that one as well. I highly recommend it. And last but not least, this step is optional, but I highly, highly recommend that you do it. I'm just going to put on a little bit of cuticle oil. This one is just a basic one from Dollar Tree. You can use any that you like. But I'm just going to put a little bit of this on just to make sure that my nails are hydrated and everything, and they don't get dry. And also I've heard that whenever you do your nails and then like every day, if you put on cuticle oil, it will help them to stay on longer and it'll help with lifting. So, you know, I've been trying to do that, you know, at least once a day, especially like after I shower or whatever, and just making sure that my nails stay nice and hydrated. So yeah, this is the finished product. That finishes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Do not forget to like and subscribe, and my other social medias are in the description below.